Want to update you on what's happening in New Jersey in the trial of defendant Paul Caneiro. The state just arrested.
I'll turn it over to the state.
Thank you, Judge. Subject to the moving of evidence, the state rests.
Okay, state rests at this point in time. At this point in time, we'll move over to the defense case. The defense can call their first witness.
All right, Caneiro is accused of murdering his brother Keith, his sister-in-law, and his niece and his nephew, and accused of 2 arsons, setting fire to their mansion and his own, all over an apparent business dispute. That's the allegation. He denies it, claims that it wasn't him. Now, the 2 children were stabbed multiple times and also inhaled smoke with that fire, which makes it even more sinister and sickening, these crimes the jury is considering. And we understand from our team in the courtroom that the trial is really taking a toll on the jury. You can tell by this exchange between the judge and one of the jurors. Take a listen.
So, when you say the trauma of the photo, tell me what you meant by that when you said that.
The trauma that those folks might have probably experienced.
Okay.
And
so trauma to them?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me how, when you saw the photos, if at all, how it impacted you?
Just sadness.
So a juror must have expressed just how hard this is. I can certainly appreciate that. I know my guest, attorney Lindsay Richards, can as well. I want to bring her now quickly, just for some general reaction on that. Lindsay, you served as a prosecutor for a long time, handled some really upsetting cases, and it's not an easy job to be a juror, is it? And to take in evidence, especially evidence of children being stabbed multiple times and dying in a fire. Bleeding out is their home that they lived in with their parents is going up in flames. It's horrific. I know you can relate to that juror's experience. Would you please speak to that, Lindsay?
It is. It can be, with the horrific nature of some of these cases, it can be a serious emotional toll on a juror, because they have to see. It's not just hearing the case. You have to see photos, and you see autopsy photos, and you see, you have to hear testimony that is just gut-wrenching. And, I don't even think a juror going into a serious trial sometimes realizes, how graphic and terrible it can truly be. And it is devastating. And I've even seen, in a murder trial one time, the jury, it was just really sad and horrific, and it lasted for a few weeks, and that jury had bonded together in such a way because of the shared experience of having to, sit through that trial, that they continued to meet up and have lunch with each other and talk to each other, because they just needed that support system. And so when a jurors are going through this, I always think it's best to, sorry, my dog's tail's in the photo now.
We love animals. I love animals on my show. You can bring the animals anytime. Yeah, I'm telling you what, I wish the jury could have a therapy animal. I mean, truly, to get through this, because it is really, really hard. And for those of us working in the system, you need animals, outlets, things like that, because you experience vicarious trauma is what happens. Yeah.
You really do. You really do. And I'm a big advocate for therapy for anyone who works in the criminal justice system, because you need it. And you don't always realize the emotional toll that it really is taking to have to just even think about this stuff day in and day out.
Yeah, Lindsay, you're exactly right. Thank you for that.